is my cousin.
Hey, Cousin Tish. What's up, Justin? Tish, we've got to get you... You got to bring a chair out and social distance from, 10 feet or so. Come on out, sit in the driveway, and see this production.
I want to meet Tish in person.
Hello, Mother.
Hey, Ellie. Hi, Miss Curtis.
All right, guys, give us about 30 seconds, and we will get rolling for the night.
Oh, Ellie says when we do, she will be here.
Okay.
We wouldn't want it any other way,
That's right.
Ellie.
Hey, Annie.
Hey, Mark. Can't wait to talk about this gorgeous bread
Yeah,
tonight.
we've got...
Hey, Vanessa.
I think y'all can see it. We have a gorgeous loaf of bread over there that was delivered to me today that I'm super excited about. We're going to talk about it here towards the end. There's something about bread, homemade bread, especially when it's been delivered. You're welcome, Mom. So we've had it 2 times. We've had tonight's bread, which we'll speak about, but then we had our good friend Thomas's Coach Clark that likes to bake a little bread, and he brought it to us. But there's something about a warm piece of bread that's been delivered in a brown paper bag. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of old school. It's still warm, and it's got a little bit of the crumbs coming off of it. It's fantastic. So. We're getting ready to get going here, and we're going to have a good one tonight.
And I think it's just something about making somebody that can make bread with their own 2 hands
from
scratch.
I agree.
And I cannot.
I can make a lot of things. That's one thing I've never attempted to do, and I certainly don't think in any way I have the ability to do it. So. Where are you going? So you tell me. You tell me when you're ready.
Let's roll.
Let's roll. All right. What are we doing tonight? Last night I was just thinking to myself, it was a little chilly, a little cool outside. We're in what? Mid-April. So certainly not the time of the year that you think about this dish, but with the cooler temperatures, we said, let's make a baked ziti. A little bit of spice. Let's have a baked casserole, and let's do it out here on our wonderful egg. Treat it as an oven, and that's what we're going to do tonight. So let's talk about our ingredients that we got sitting in front of you. First things first, you'll see this tray of some kind of gorgeous antipasti right here. What we're going to do with that is, that's going to be for our little Italian chopped salad that we're going to make here in a minute. We've got some beautiful cherry tomatoes, some Genoa salami, gorgonzola cheese, blue cheese, Kalamata olives, artichoke hearts, diced pepperoncinis, a little bit of white beans. All right, I've got a couple of romaine hearts behind me on my little workstation. We're really starting to outgrow our little outdoor cooking area. We've got card tables and all kinds of stuff.
It's time to get some friends to come over and give us some quotes on
Yeah, we need to come up with like an outdoor kitchen to keep this up, because we're going to keep doing it. So this is going to be our toppings for our gorgeous Italian chopped salad. We are going to make a nice little simple, and I'm only going to show this, a little oregano vinaigrette, olive oil, red wine vinegar, a little bit of chopped garlic, a lot of oregano. We're going to do that, so I'm going to move this. All right, and what we are going to make is, here's our tomato sauce. I really had this, I made this tomato sauce today. I'll say it now, and I'll probably say it 2 or 3 more times. We did this homemade this afternoon. If you want to see how we made this sauce, go to the YouTube channel, Cooking with Larkin. I just uploaded a video a couple hours ago. We made this sauce from scratch. Very simple. San Marzano tomatoes, pancetta, garlic, white onion, a little bit of crushed red pepper. It's going to go gorgeous. So check out the YouTube channel. You'll see how we made this sauce. We've got a little fresh basil. But the thing that's going to really separate this ziti is we're not just doing sauce and pasta and a little bit of meat and cheese. We're going to make a bechamel sauce, a really classic cream sauce. And that's why you see these items here. We've got a little milk, we've got butter, flour, we've got a little Parmesan cheese. And last but not least, to me, it wouldn't be bechamel without a little bit of nutmeg. Typically, you're making this sauce wintertime, in the fall. That nutmeg adds such a great flavor, but we're going to do that. So let's get started. The first thing we need to do is we need to work on our bechamel sauce, okay? So I've got the egg. We're sitting at 450. We're treating it as an oven. I've got my couple of skillets here. I've got my Crusette heavy bottom. I'm going to add this beautiful San Marzano tomato sauce in there. I'm going to let that start warming up. That's going to be for our ziti.
It's such a cute little jar.
Isn't it? I mean, what I thought it's kind of like people can stuff on their own, things like that. I know we had that, and it looked fantastic. So we're going to let that sit. We've got our good old Grisani's copper pot here. All right, and what we're going to do is to make the bechamel is kind of equal parts butter and flour. So we have 2 tablespoons of butter. Come on out there. There we go.
Damon, somebody asked that.
Who was that?
The other night. Damon just asked, what brand cast iron should I buy for cooking on my egg?
I use Lodge.
Yeah, nothing fancy at all.
I mean, it's,
You can get it at Kroger, Damon.
You can get it at Kroger, and we've talked about this. To me, the Lodge will trace. At the end of the day, it's all about how you clean and treat your cast iron. If you properly clean it, you properly season it, store it, it's going to be well taken care of, and that old Lodge will last you a long time. We've had ours for years. So I've put in my 2 tablespoons of butter here, and what I'm going to do is, like I said, bechamel, equal parts, butter and flour, okay? I'm going to go ahead and add that flour in. What we want to do is we want to begin to whisk that together, okay? And it's going to thicken up on you, and that's not a problem, okay? That's what we're wanting. We want that thickness between the butter and the flour, kind of like all my friends that want to make a roux, things like that. That's what's going to help thicken up this little bit of milk for our bechamel once we get rolling on it, okay? So our butter is melting. That's why I love this copper pot. The heat is super even.
Hey, TJ. Hey, Holly.
What's up, TJ?
Dad says that Lodge is made in Tennessee, which
Wow.
makes it even better.
Okay. I did not. All right, so you can see that butter's melted. We've got that little bit there. All right, kind of our roux going. Now, what we do want to do is give that a minute before you add your milk in there. And you may have heard this from time to time. You want to cook a little bit of the flavor of that flour out. If we immediately added the milk, it would still hold some of that little flour flavor. So we're going to give that a second to kind of continue to cook. Scrape our sides down, make sure we got everything. All right, we're going to switch over to our whisk here. All right, and as soon as that begins to bubble, which we're getting close, we're going to slowly start incorporating our milk.
Oh,
Right.
yay. Holly said the girls are watching too. I know
Wonderful.
that they love to cook. I loved the video of y'all dyeing eggs the other day. It was so sweet.
All right, so what we want to do on our milk is add it in little bits, okay? You don't just want to take this. This is 2.5 cups of milk. I've had this out. We want it to be at room temperature, but don't just dump all 2.5 cups in. So we went 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, 2.5 cups of milk. I'm going to add just a little bit of that in, and I'm going to incorporate that.
Oh, so Skip says Lodge is made in South Pittsburgh, outside Chattanooga.
Oh, we've got a... Oh,
outside
okay.
Chattanooga, which I
Outside.
was thinking, South Pittsburgh? Where is that?
Yeah, all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute. Who's right, who's wrong here?
Kimberly's tuning in. Kimberly,
Kimberly.
and Juju.
Hope the kiddos are good.
And Tish is really plugging the flea markets, eBays, estate sales for the cast irons.
That's a really good. That's a really good comment there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you could come across a couple of great estate sales that have some old family cast irons that have been passed down. All right, so we've incorporated that milk in there into our little flour butter. We're giving it a good mixture. All right, we're going to leave that alone, but this is where I'm going to add, to my taste, I'm going to add just a little bit of nutmeg. Okay. We're going to put that nutmeg in there, probably
Hey, Nick.
half a teaspoon. All right. Continue to whip that up, and we're going to keep an eye on this bechamel. It's going to thicken up on us as it gets hotter and
How do you
hotter.
spell that?
Bechamel.
Uh-huh.
Bechamel.
Okay.
And it may have one of those little doohickeys on it.
Oh.
What do you call those?
The little,
Hyphen? Not a hyphen.
no, it's like a,
I don't know.
whatever it's called.
Yeah. So, in the meantime, we have our beautiful homemade San Marzano tomato sauce. It is on the stove. It is getting nice and hot. Okay.
Hey, Karen. Duck Boy Dean in the house.
Duck Boy Dean. All right.
So why is the nutmeg your...
I just think that nutmeg is very classic. Nutmeg adds, first off, the flavor of nutmeg when you put it in these dishes is phenomenal. And to me, when you make a lasagna, you make a bechamel sauce, sometimes it can just be a little bit of a creamy flavor. But when you add nutmeg, it just gives that hint of fall, of winter, of comfort. That may sound weird, but nutmeg to me is kind of a comfort smell that you really enjoy. All right, so
I think Frank Duncan used to put it on his homemade macaroni and cheese.
there you go. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what he liked. You know what I'm saying? It was something that he liked.
Yeah.
All right, so our things are going strong here. All right, so we're going to close the lid on this.
It's an %, by the way.
And percent. That's okay.
I'm going to give you 2 guesses to who knew that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, one.
Okay,
You got
one
it.
guess.
Boom.
I was right.
Oh, and Justin Timms knew it.
There you go, Justin. All right, so we talked about our beautiful salad that we're going to make tonight. I love a chopped salad. And a chopped salad, look, we're all at a point in time here during this quarantine where we got more junk in our fridge. We've ordered to-go food. We've cooked stuff. We got things left over. A chopped salad is a great way to utilize a lot of those products that you got left over. I already showed you the ingredients that we had for ours, okay? But now we're going to make this oregano vinaigrette, all right? So we're going to start with our good old friend, Mr. California here. Very simple and quick. We're going to go about half a cup of olive oil. Now, if you've watched my videos, you know I'm not really a 2-to-1 guy, oil and vinegar. I'll get to that in just a second.
Okay, sorry.
I like a little more vinegar flavor. So not that I'm going half a cup, but I'm going a decent amount. I like the bite of that red wine vinegar. All right. We've got our buddy, Mr. Minced Garlic here. We're going to add in about a tablespoon of garlic. Tell you what, folks, this one's simple and quick. And then we've got our oregano. I'm going to add in probably 2 tablespoons of oregano. It's heavy on oregano. So we're going to whip this up real quick.
Tish said, kind of like, we were talking about nutmeg, and she goes, kind of like the comfort smell of pine sol for Larkin and
That's
I.
right. I pine sol every day. What was really bad is I actually ran out of normal pine sol. For some reason, we had that pine sol that's purple. It doesn't give me that same comfort feeling that the good old yellow bronze pine sol
I think
does.
I picked that up, sorry.
So here we go. We have made a beautiful oregano vinaigrette. Olive oil, red wine vinegar, garlic, 2 tablespoons. Bring it a little closer, the
Yeah,
producer
I'm just
says.
trying to get people to see it.
All right, so we're going to set that to the side. We got a lot of things going to the side today. We got a good little show going for y'all. We're working on a bunch of things. I always like to check. Ooh, yeah. We're starting to thicken up. You can see that. That bechamel is beginning to thicken up here. Now look, can you smell the nutmeg in there?
Yes, I can.
Okay. It just gives it, scrape your sides down real good. The nutmeg just gives it a beautiful flavor. So I'm going to add just a touch more milk. That's why we don't add all the milk right in the beginning. You got to let it cook up a little bit. Oh, we got a ball loose.
Okay, homies.
That's okay, Tom. All right, we're going to continue to let that
I'm
work.
just glad they're off the Fortnite. I can't really seem to yell at them.
Yeah, it's been nonstop.
Hey, by the way, I think Fortnite stock is it didn't get down to the number we wanted to buy it at, but
no.
You know, we got a little alert on that one.
Yeah. So, all right, let's do our salad. Let me show you what we've got. We're kind of skipping around tonight because we got a bunch of things going on. We've got 2 beautiful romaine hearts. All right, and we're going to cut those up. I cleaned them up. I took the little head off of them. I kept the core on. That way all the leaves stay on right before I cut it. Okay? And I'm just going to give this a little bit of a rough chop. Nothing fancy. Kind of thick. I love using the romaine hearts. I like crunchy lettuce. And the romaine hearts work the best for me. I like the butter lettuce too, but I like kind of the crunchy bits, so we're just going to give that a rough chop. All right. Now we've got this gorgeous platter that I picked up from my mom today. Who was that?
Brian Rudisil said ampersand is and he did the and sign. French accent is the cute accent, I believe. Another bottle of wine for me, if I'm right, Larkin.
All right, so this is how simple this salad is. We have some beautiful washed romaine hearts. Okay? We kind of rough chopped them, and now's where we have a little bit of fun. We bring our beautiful platter back over here once again. Cherry tomatoes, Genoa salami, blue cheese, white beans, cannelli beans, artichoke hearts, Kalamata olives, pepperoncini peppers. And we kind of come in here and just start decorating this salad. Excuse my hands, but it's the way it's got to be. And it's kind of like this is like an Italian Cobb salad here. Okay, we want everybody to be able to see everything. I love the beautiful artichoke hearts. Pepperoncini peppers. We got soccer balls in the background.
I think one just went through the fence.
Yeah, one might have just gone through
At
the
least
fence.
they're practicing.
A little of that pepperoncini juice. Don't let that go to waste. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of that oregano vinaigrette. We're going to go right over the top of this lovely Italian chopped salad.
Now, you featured one last week. Do you prefer this one over the Anna's?
No, I do. Well, look, both are good. Last week, my typical go-to vinaigrette is going to be honey Dijon, garlic, olive oil, red wine vinegar. But when you do anything Italian, that oregano really fits it perfectly. So that's why we did the oregano vinaigrette. So we've got a beautiful Italian chopped salad, oregano vinaigrette, ready to serve. We're going to let that sit, let that thick romaine kind of soak up some of that dressing. We're going to start working on our ziti. All right, so. Oh, yeah. Bechamel going strong. I like it. I'm pleased with that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Let's make some ziti. Okay. We have got 1 pound of rigatoni pasta I cooked off earlier. Now, you always hear cook it al dente. You know, if your manufacturer says 11 minutes, cook it 10. We cooked this about 3 minutes early. Okay, we pulled it off because we want it to be a little al dente because we know it's going to roast up in the oven. Okay, so we're going to put our pasta in there. We need another card table.
Oh, yeah? Tommy, watch out, baby.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of that gorgeous tomato sauce that we made. Hey, guys. We're going to dump that tomato sauce all on the top. All right. Get a little spoon, get that last bit. Like I said, go to the YouTube channel. Check it out. Beautiful San Marzano tomato sauce.
It's really pretty, bud.
Okay.
Hey, Thomas.
We've got our gorgeous bechamel here, nice and creamy. What I want to do now is I want to add a little bit of Parmesan into that. Okay, I've just got a little shredded Parmesan cheese. I probably added about 1.5 cups of Parmesan into that bechamel. That's going to thicken it up even more. You can see, can we see that, Kat?
Oh, it looks good, buddy.
All right, we're going to pour that. That's the weird thing about this copper pot. It's got a weird handle where when you try to tilt it. We're going to add that bechamel in there.
Somebody wants to make it snow.
We're not making it snow tonight. We don't have a wedge tonight. All right, so now what we've got to do is we have got a pound of fresh mozzarella, okay? Not block mozzarella that you buy for your turkey sandwich or you buy for your kids' lunches. This is fresh mozzarella. 2 of those little balls, cubed. I'm going to add these right in here. Whoop. All right. Now we're going to give this a mix. Look at that. We're going to mix all this together. Excuse the little dirtiness of my bowl. It's bothering me a little bit.
I mean, we're getting requests for the hot pot glove. The
hot pot glove?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not grabbing any really thing off there.
He likes his towel, Duck Boy.
I like my towel. I use both. Uh-oh. I use both, but, you know, I like my towel. So we have incorporated that fresh mozzarella cheese, that bechamel, down into our cooked rigatoni. All right. And now what I've got is, once again, thanks to my mom, I have a beautiful little ceramic dish here. I'm going to take this. I am going to put just a little touch of olive oil in it. I'm going to rub that all around the bottom and on the sides, just in case. We don't want anything sticking too crazy. This egg's hot. We're about 550. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this beautiful rigatoni. I can get a good handle here. Down into my pot.
I can never do that well.
This isn't well either with regards to the camera.
No.
But look at that. That worked out. That's 1 pound of pasta. They say use about a 9 by 13 inch dish for this.
Would you say that was rigatoni?
This is rigatoni.
Okay, rigatoni.
You could use penne if you'd like. Penne would be fine. All right, so I like doing it with warm sauce, which is why I put it on the stove. That way it doesn't take as long to cook. We're going to take the remainder of our Parmesan cheese. We're going to sprinkle that over the top. This fresh mozzarella is going to melt down. And what I'm going to do right now is, and then it is wine time. Wine and bread time. We are going to set this right in the egg.
So if you're doing that in the oven, there's no reason to cover it, right?
No. If you use warm sauce and warm bechamel, no, there's no reason to cover it. If you were going, say you were going cold sauce out of the jar or something like that, you would want to do that. Okay. So
I think you can get them all at your regular grocery store. Damon's asking, can we get all the ingredients at our local grocery
absolutely.
store? Yes.
Look, guys, I'm gonna tell you, and Kat can confirm this. Last night, Kat had not seen the Tiger King. So I've seen it. We started watching the Tiger King on Instagram so she could see it.
Instagram, Netflix.
On Netflix. But for about the first 30 minutes of that, I was on Instacart at Fresh Market placing my order for this morning. Mm-hmm. So everything that we get is available at your local grocery store. I will let you know if there's something that's not. All right? So let's talk about our vino for the night. All right. What we've got on this vino is we have Alley Toscana. I mean, what else would you think we would do? All right. We've got to do a red wine. So Alley Toscana, this is 90% Sangiovese, 10% Cab. And does anyone know, if someone knows what Alley means without looking it up, if you can comment in the next few minutes on what Alley means in Italian, I will get you a free bottle and I will drop it by your house. All right? It means something in Italian, but it is also the winemaker's daughter's name. Our good folks at Cheers hooked us up with this. They are running a deal on it, $11.99.
Oh, my gosh.
And let me tell you, I've had a couple sips of it for this meal tonight. It's great with pasta, great with pizza. It'll be wonderful. So, Kat, keep an eye on those comments. Whoever can...
Allie said, me. Well, we got to know it,
yeah,
Allie.
who is that Allie?
That's
from,
Allie.
No, she's barred from the competition.
No.
She's in the wine business.
She's not barred. She just happens to be named Allie.
So, I thought she was going to say she knew it. So, tell us if you know what Allie means. We'll give that a couple minutes. If so, I'll make sure and get you a bottle.
Alcohol?
Alcohol. Who said that?
Jamie Elkington.
Jamie, that's the comment of the night. Last night was Carter Strickland. Tonight is Jamie Elkington. Alcohol.
Hey, y'all, you can get it at Cheers in our in Collierville.
Yeah.
And if you need to know where you can get it closer to home, if you're out of state, we'll be happy to find out for you.
Yeah.
Because the distributor dropped it off a couple minutes ago, actually.
Yeah. So, see if you can guess without looking up what Allie means.
Does it mean an area in Italy?
No, it does not. All right. So, now, that's starting to look good.
Don't get offended, but I'm going to do sad faces to the ones that get it wrong.
Yeah. I mean, you got to call them out. All right. So, now, let's talk about our second delivery that we had today. We're starting to get deliveries, and I like it, but I enjoy giving those people credit. Look, this is a promotion. I love doing this. Kat and I love doing it together. But it is a great promotion for my business to stay engaged. But that's, not 100% of the reason that I do it. I just enjoy cooking and sharing that. But I want to give some credit to those people around town. You hear me talk about Dixie Pickers. You hear me talk about Cheers. Here is an absolutely beautiful loaf of homemade bread that was delivered to me today. This is actually Catherine's cousin. This is Mark and Vanessa Hensley. Henley, sorry. I messed that up. Henley. And they are part owners of Farm and Fig Catering. Okay? A lot of y'all might be familiar with them. They do a lot of stuff around town. But they love to bake this bread. This is a rustic loaf. And actually, it's not a loaf. Do I call it a bowl?
I think you call it a bowl.
You call it a bowl. It is done in the bowl. You can see this bottom on there.
He baked it fresh this morning.
It was baked fresh this morning. I met him up at the restaurant. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I can't wait to try it with this meal tonight. So shout out to them. Thanks for giving this to us. They also have a deal that I told them I would let y'all know. So Farm and Fig Catering, they do meals on Thursday night. They release what their meal of the week is going to be on Sunday on their Facebook page. You have to have, if you would like that meal and want to go by and get it for the week, you have to let them know by Wednesday.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I believe it's by Wednesday.
But you can do delivery or pickup.
Delivery or pickup. I know this week they were picking up at IC. Yeah, so check out those guys at Farm and Fig, Mark and Vanessa. Thank y'all so much for this gorgeous loaf of bread. We cannot wait to enjoy it. And I tell you what, while we're letting this thing bake, let's cut into this thing.
Oh, I can't. I've been wanting to. We're lucky it doesn't have a chunk out of it already.
I know.
I've been looking forward to this because I haven't tried Mark's bread yet. But what they do is they give away a loaf of this, or a bowl of the bread.
Yeah, with every meal you play, with every order.
Yeah.
Not order, with your meal that you place.
With the meal.
So they use white flour, wheat flour, and rye to make this. Absolutely gorgeous. And he says the more you chew it on this one, what was he saying? The sweeter it gets, or I don't want to say that wrong. But check out Farm and Fig Catering. order you a loaf, and we're actually going to have another little dessert here in a second that they dropped off for us. We're going to show a quick picture of. So thanks, guys.
It's Levin sourdough bowls. Yes, Tommy, you can taste it.
Yeah.
They have an online store, farmandfigcatering.com. And then one of his partners also makes my special dessert that I was talking about last night.
Just wait a minute. Macaroons.
And
gorgeous
they
macaroons.
have some beautiful stuff. So local. Everybody's got to support local.
Yes. All right, guys, give me 30 seconds on this, and we are going to be beautiful to go. I do have I have some gorgeous fresh basil grown at home. Like I said, if I don't get things from the grocery store, I usually have to go by my mom and dad's house, Frank and Ellen Grisani. So my mom grows this basil. I needed a little basil. All right, so we're going to take this. We're going to mince it up.
The boys want to know if they can have a bite of bread.
Yes, they can have a bite of bread. Absolutely.
Just, hey, wash your hands first.
Yeah, you've been out playing ball and doing all kinds of stuff. All right, I'm going to get a little mince on here. That beautiful basil.
I'll wash my hands before.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
We're going to pull this ziti off. Look at that.
Oh, it looks good. So he's using the green egg like an oven tonight, y'all.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
450, and I can smell the basil from right here.
Up more than
that was from your
450.
mom's garden?
Yeah. From the porch. So we have got a beautiful baked ziti, little bit of fresh basil over the top. Ooh, I got a big clump there.
Okay, so we have some Allie.
Okay,
So
go.
Tish says, does it mean there?
No.
Okay, and Beth asks, does it refer to wings?
Yes.
Winner.
Winner.
Beth wins.
All right.
All right, I know where she lives.
Okay. So we will get a bottle of
I think I know where you live.
Yeah, this Alley Toscana, and we will bring it to you this week. All right, so let's lay our stuff up here. Guys, this was kind of a fun. I know it might have taken a little longer. There's a few steps. But we have an absolutely, and I'm all about presentation here. Kat, do we look good there?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was
Are
dropping
we
bread out
showing
of my mouth.
everything off?
Oh, my gosh, the bread.
Oh my gosh.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm. It was really good.
Okay.
With a little olive
The more you
oil.
tweet it,
Little dip in olive
Mama, the
oil.
more you
So
chew
everything's
it,
showing
tastes
up good on the photo? Mm-hmm. All right. Gorgeous Italian chopped salad. Real quick. Give me a second. Tomato, white beans, Genoa salami, blue cheese, pepperoncini, Kalamata olives, oregano vinaigrette. We have a homemade baked ziti, rigatoni pasta. We made our own bechamel, fresh mozzarella, and we made our own homemade San Marzano tomato sauce, which I know that y'all are all going to go to our YouTube channel, and you're going to see the video I uploaded today of me making that in my kitchen. All right? And then we have this gorgeous loaf of bread from Mark and Vanessa, and we have a gorgeous red Toscana wine. All right?
Cheers,
Allie,
wine and spirits.
Wings. Go by Cheers. Check it out. Guys, thank y'all so much. Mooch. Thank you so much. Check us out.
How many glasses of that Allie have
I'm
you
only
had,
like one. Check us out on the Instagram page, Cooking with Larkin. We upload all the photos. They're beautiful. And cheers, babe. Cheers to y'all.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers, boys.
yeah.